Ba ba da da ba ba da ba 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 do boop boop ba da be do 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 da ba ba da ba ba. It's PokéBears. Well, you've got bear. You've got another bear. What's this? Oh, what's that? Oh shit! It's another bear. Welcome to another episode of PokéBears. I'm Nick.
I'm Forrest, and today we have a special guest bear, an honorary bear of the day.
What does a bear mean?
It's just what we are.
What you call your
bears.
guests?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, I'm proud to be a bear.
Yay!
Oh, well, yeah, there we go.
Thank you for having me.
This
no
is our
problem.
friend Andrew. He is going to participate for our first review of the day.
Yeah. So, Andrew, tell us a little bit. What's your experience with Pokemon and the Pokemon show?
I've never seen an episode.
So this was your introduction
until today. So I got to watch this last show that you guys showed me, and it was quite an experience. And I definitely took some concerning notes because I wasn't sure. You know, there's a lot I wasn't really quite sure about. But
I'm so interested to see what your opinions are.
Yeah.
Of this
Wow.
thing.
No childhood or anything. Damn.
I mean, my brother watched a lot of it growing up. I never got into it.
I
That's
gotcha.
But I can remember. Yeah, I can remember. You know, on the playground, you know, kids bringing in their Pokemon cards and trading them and all that other shit.
So if we showed you a picture of a Pokemon, do you think you'd know what it is? Like, do you know what Pokemon that is? Nick,
Well, I mean, everybody knows that Pikachu.
All right. But what's the Pokemon
The blue
next
one.
to the blue one there?
It's the turtle one.
The turtle one.
Squirtle.
Oh,
Yeah,
smart.
there you
Good
go.
job.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
Well, he was in the episode that we watched.
He
Okay,
was.
that's fair. That's
So
fair.
that helped.
Well, that shows that you're paying attention. Then
I was paying attention. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's definitely you've got to figure out what's going on. 'Cause, there's a lot going on in these episodes.
Yeah.
So where do I go next?
Actually, yeah. What was your? How did you feel watching it? Like, was there too much going on? Not enough going on?
There's too much going on. It's hard to go. They go from place to place.
Yeah,
It's like
they're doing
you know,
three different things at a
three
time.
different things. It's like they end up in different landscapes. They end up in different, you know.
Different areas.
Yeah, and it's
Too
like how many
quickly.
animals? How many do they all have these little Pokeball things?
Yeah. Pretty
So
much.
everybody on the show has one,
Everybody on the planet presumably has one.
and that's
At
how
least
they just
That's
kind of.
yeah. Pokemon are just part of everyday life in this
Wow.
world and stuff.
Did you
See,
get?
I didn't know that.
Did you get a sense of the world building from this episode?
Yeah,
or,
I mean,
like,
does it all
of
take
how
place?
works?
Does it all take place on that island?
No.
Like
Um,
where are these people's parents? Like, do they let them go?
That's a good
Like,
question.
So
They do.
let's go ahead and mention that this is the 101st episode.
It is.
The Mandarin Island mismatch.
Yep.
So Andrew,
Okay,
just
so
so you,
have they been to the Mandarin Island before, or what?
This was their
This is
second
just their
episode
time.
on this island. I
yeah.
believe.
Okay.
So right now Ash is like going in this little Polynesian-based area, I guess, basically doing a gym challenge from island to island. Pretty
Yeah,
much that.
I was trying to figure out, you know, why are they there?
yeah.
No, why are
why?
they there? I don't know.
That's a
I don't
good
know.
question.
Like,
yeah.
how do
Ash
they-
was
do
just
they-
battling people and
How
being
do they get there? Do they fly coach? Do they land at an airport on the island?
Oh,
Or do they
see,
take a boat?
he has a giant Loch
This
Ness
is-
monster
this is
that
just
he
the
rides
way
on top
This
of.
is just the way I think. Like,
Yeah,
how did
no,
they get there? Why?
Absolutely.
Where are their parents? I mean, and here's my thing. So the shot opens, and they're at this little house thing, or
Yeah.
a restaurant, or wherever they are. I'm 99% sure they had cocktails in front of them. Why do they have cocktails in front of them? They were sipping cocktails. That's the first note. That is the first note I have in my notes. Why? Look, why are they drinking cocktails? That's my first note.
That's a good
There's no
question.
drinking age on the Orange Islands.
Apparently there's not. And that also takes me back to why is everyone speaking English?
That's a good
There's
question
a lot of
too.
things like, you know, I don't know. Whatever.
Here's a question: how old do you think all these characters were?
They seem like they're like 12.
All of them?
Right, yeah.
Are they 12?
Yeah, they're about.
Well,
11,
Ash is 11. Misty's
12,
probably
13.
13. Tracy, I don't know, and I don't care.
Tracy's a terrible character. Do you know which one Tracy was?
The redhead?
No, that was
No, that's Misty.
That was Misty. Tracy was the guy with the black hair and the red
his name's
bandana.
they gave him Tracy as a name?
Yeah, because he sketches Pokemon. His
Okay.
name is Tracy Sketchit.
Wow. So I gathered, you know, listening to Ash talk, Ash sounds like like your lesbian aunt trying to take
Your lesbian aunt trying to what?
take a dump.
That's not
That's perfect.
inaccurate. Yeah.
That's perfect.
That's.
I mean, Ash just sounds like, I just had a hell of a tennis match, and now I got to deal and take a shit. I can't get it all out. Oh, guys. Oh. You know what I'm saying?
That's so perfect.
That's exactly what I thought. And I'm like, it's almost like he's got anger issues.
Well,
But
he
he
does,
doesn't-
especially in this episode.
Yeah, this
Yeah, he was
episode.
really pissy. Like,
Yeah.
I would not want to be his friend. Like, if I was a redhead
He-
girl, I would have been like, God, see you guys later. Fuck that.
He's particularly shitty in this episode.
He really
Like,
is.
Wow.
Whenever Ash gets cocky, like whenever he wins battles, that's when he's like, "I'm the best, and no one can ever beat me."
Now,
His
now
personality
I do.
fluctuates a lot from episode to episode. Sometimes he's super boastful, like he was in this one, and kind of a jerk. Sometimes
And
he's
sometimes
not.
he's super chill.
Now I do have in my notes, Ash is annoying as fuck. Because he just, literally, he won't shut his mouth. And he seems like he's not too bright. And he's got, in Pikachu, almost looks like his little service dog. Because he sits on his lap.
Yeah,
He does.
He does.
It's like, hello, hi, this is my service dog. He's flying with me. Oh, he's allowed to go in the restaurant with me, and blah, 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 blah.
I bet in universe.
Yeah,
That would be super annoying. Like, there's just one guy who's just like got his Pokemon out of the Pokeball all the time. I bet that'd be really obnoxious.
I mean,
the
some
other-
people treat their Pokemon as pets, like Professor Oak tells you in the game. And yeah, that would be really annoying.
right. And first off, let's talk about this older grown ass woman that they bring onto
Yes.
this episode.
So in this episode, they introduced Lorelai, who is she's in the Elite Four in the games. Basically, that means she's one of the top 4 like best trainers like in the league.
Kanto.
Okay.
In the show, they don't really talk.
They call her Prima, first of all.
Yeah, they give her a different name, which is weird. In the game, in the
In the-
anime, it's the Elite Four's like position in the world is a little more ambiguous. Like, what did you think? Like, she was. What did you think her place was in this?
Other
world?
than the pedophile,
Slutty
what do you think she
she
does?
looked like a slutty librarian.
Yes, she did.
She got.
Oh my God.
I mean, not to use the word slutty. She did. She has a little short, whatever the hell it was on, and she comes on and she's like, "Well, hello, boys. Hello. You guys want to come back to my house, my estate, or whatever she was?"
She actually says that. Yeah.
I could
She
show you
did.
some
She-
moves.
She really had a little vibe going on where she was like, I'm kind of into you kids, which is a little bit strange. And then they kept, and my thing is, these animators, they're like really emphasizing and focusing on this woman's breasts.
Yes, they were so
much cleavage.
So
I mean,
much.
literally, it's just like constantly that camera's just going right across her
Right.
breasts.
And they're constantly
Wow.
panning up in
Pan-
this episode.
Yes.
Like
of
they
her
show from
breasts.
the bottom and then to her face.
Yes.
Next, just to her
Yes.
face.
In every scene that she's in, they have to start with her breasts. Like, her breasts have to be on screen somewhere every time she's on screen.
Let's not even forget her throwing Pokeball animation. That's just all over the place. Like,
Yeah.
boobs, flip over,
More boobs.
more boobs, and then slightly up the skirt. Boom.
It was out of control.
It was out of control. I agree.
Couldn't really. I didn't know what was going on.
No,
I was like, what? Oh, they're having another battle. Well,
Yeah.
what's this? Why do you want to have a battle?
Uh-huh.
What is the point of it? Do you keep score? Do you have a little thing like?
He
What do
wins,
do
but-
they get out of it? Like
Yeah,
pride
that's
or
a-
what? I mean, Ash seems like he needs something to give him some pride.
Now,
Yeah.
theoretically, Pokemon battle to gain experience
And money.
and for money as well. Like, battling is like a sport in
Okay.
the Pokemon world. And theoretically, when a Pokemon battles, it would gain experience so it could evolve. But Ash doesn't evolve as Pokemon because bullshit. So that is a good question on why Ash battles. I guess it is just for the pride.
What do you think of the voices used by the Pokemon themselves, the animals? What do you think of those voices?
I think they were better than the humans.
Wow, that's
I think they were.
That's rough.
Because
Yeah.
it sounds like these they flash over to these a couple of these the guys on the sidelines or whatever, and they're just oh yeah, let's do this.
Oh yeah, I'll battle ya. Whoa, far out.
Yeah, I'll battle you. Let's go. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Come on. And that guy probably got paid what? A lot for doing that.
Probably, yeah. Yeah,
You know?
we've looked at a lot of the voice actors who are in this show. A lot of what they do is just like other anime, and I'm sure they get like good career stuff out of just doing anime.
It's really weird.
So
But
based
that's
on
just how I've
this
always
episode, would you ever want to get into Pokemon or the show?
been. Absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
But I watched it because I gotta see, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if I was really drunk or, you know, I mean, it might be good to watch, but it's just not my thing. Everyone
That's
has
fair.
I think everyone has their own, you know, what they like. And my strength, you know, that I like to watch documentaries, which is kind of boring. Some people might not want to watch those.
Yeah.
This, I mean, it was just, there's a lot going on. There's a lot, you know, I feel like you have to almost have a backstory of what it all is. Like,
You need
but
like a second program cut
I
out.
came into I came into this not knowing a thing about it.
Yeah.
I've heard you guys talk about it, but I've never like paid attention. No offense, but I don't know because I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Because
So
now
when
I'm
I came in-
curious what you would think of like the first episode or something like or an earlier episode that explains. shit.
Yeah. I would
Well,
be curious about that too.
it might be easier because coming into it like this, I don't know. It's a little bit.
It is a little weird.
Yeah, but it not in a bad. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. But it's, you know.
So based on the story of this episode, which for the viewers to remind them the story of this episode, basically Ash has a couple battles. He meets her name in this episode is Prima.
I'm just gonna call her Lorelai.
They hypersexualize her, which is really weird. Like as Andrew pointed out, they like every shot was of her breasts, like almost.
I mean,
and she had very big, distinguished breasts.
In Red and Blue, as far as 1995 video game pixelmation can go, she's pretty sexy.
Yeah, but she's not. She doesn't have gargantuan like hooters sticking out of her.
As
front.
far as we can tell.
Yeah. So anyway,
they were really sticking out.
They were
They
sticking
were
out.
really
Because
there.
Fire Red
and
and
they
Leaf
were
Green, she's got pretty big boobs too.
And I think that I don't know, like maybe that the
Do you think that
breasts-
belongs
are
in a
there
kids
other
show?
No.
Yeah.
Are there other
and that's-
Are there other characters in the show that have
Every
a lot of
now
breasts?
and then we'll have like a character like who pops up who has like distinguished breasts, but not like this by a long shot.
For me,
Lorelai is by far the most distinguished
we've
boob
ever seen.
wielder.
Yeah, it was actually kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's not really. I really wouldn't want that for a kids show.
no, I mean it looked like clickbait.
It
Clickbait
did.
cartoon porn.
It did. That's exactly what it looked like. So Prima comes in and she tells Ash that the way he's battling isn't cool. It's not like listening to his Pokemon or whatever. Then she like has a little mock battle with him and she whoops his butt. And she has this long speech to Ash. Do you remember what her speech to Ash was or like what it was about?
No.
And that makes sense because it
That
was
makes
kind
sense.
of babble.
She babbled for a long time. She really did.
Your Pokemon care about you, so you should care about your Pokemon. Oh, okay, I will. As in Ash has
Yeah.
never done that before. Like what?
And then Team Rocket shows up at 3 minutes at the very end of the episode. Not even for that.
Because
like a
Team Rocket
minute.
had to do something. They had to do something to fill the Team Rocket quota.
So they're a team?
They're a team. They're part of a big
Do they show
gangster organization.
Do they show up in every episode?
They show up
They
in
show up in
every single
every
episode.
episode.
A lot of times they show up exactly like how they did today, which is they're there for 2 seconds and then they're gone.
Wow.
But in other episodes, they'll be there for like half the episode because they have an actual plan.
Yeah.
And so that's when they're more involved. And usually better, I think. Team Rocket was weak in this episode.
So weak in this episode.
Interesting. I don't know. I just...
Do you think that was a good addition to this episode at all? The Team Rocket stuff?
The guy with the dick pocket, the talking cat, and...
Personally, I could have done it without them.
No, I think that's fair because
Yeah.
they're usually useless.
They are. I mean, they came in and kind of like, hey, we're here, motherfuckers, and they just...
That's almost exactly what they
did
did.
that, and then
We're gonna steal
they're
Pikachu
gone,
because
so-
it's sweet.
And then Primo was
I
like,
just
okay, no, bye.
Yeah.
So what purpose of storytelling purpose did they serve?
I don't know.
So looking at this, you have a little bit of theater background training and all that kind of stuff. So looking at this as like a storytelling point of view, how would you criticize this episode like from a storytelling perspective of
I didn't know where it
arcs?
started, and I didn't know where it ended.
That's totally fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's a totally fair
Is it going to
assessment.
continue? Is it done?
Yeah.
There was absolutely no arc.
Ash
Yeah.
learned a lesson from a really good trainer, basically. That's what this episode was.
That was the episode was about. And like the lesson itself is like it's okay to lose. Like losing is okay. It's part of getting better. But I mean, I've already just said what the lesson was, and we didn't have to watch 20 minutes of.
Now
an
watch
episode to watch
me
it.
as I never lose.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, it was interesting.
it was interesting.
Yeah.
Tracy had his first line that I actually liked from him.
Which was
They're weird.
that, yeah. In description of Team Rocket.
Because it fits Team Rock. Because it fits Team Rocket, and it fits Tracy in the way he would deliver it,
Yeah.
and it was just natural.
It was natural. Our we have a rating system that we do for every episode of the show.
It's based on the 4-star system.
Yeah,
Okay.
So it's we call them Voltorbs because that's a Pokemon. It's a little ball type Pokemon. 1 Voltorb means you absolutely hated it. This
Okay.
is like the worst thing you've ever seen. Fuck it. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
And a little bonus one to go stronger is that Voltorb can explode and just be the fucking worst thing ever.
There's 1.5, and then there's 2 Voltorbs. 2 Voltorbs is you didn't like it. 2.5, and then 3 Voltorbs means that like you liked it. You thought it was pretty good. And 4 Voltorbs is our highest score, and that means that like it's amazing. It's a great piece of storytelling, and you would want to show someone else. So based on 1 through 4, how many Voltorbs would you give this?
You know, I'd say 2.
A 2?
I'd
So
say
you
a
didn't-
2.
you
I
didn't
didn't
hate
hate
it.
it. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it.
What
I
are
will
some good
watch it.
things that you liked about it? Yeah, what are some things that you liked about it? Because you did say a lot of things that you thought were
It took
were
me.
not
I mean,
good.
it kind of. I mean, it took me back to that simplicity of '90s cartoons.
Yeah.
You know, that's a way. That's really. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but
You just wish there had
there
been
was
more
a lot
meat
of
to
things.
the story.
Here's the thing. I didn't like the voices.
Yeah.
I didn't like how there was no arc.
Yeah.
I didn't like how there was no. I don't know. It was like when it ended. It was like that's it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they walk off into the fucking sunset.
Yep.
And just,
Yeah.
That's
and they go off
exactly
into
how it
another
is.
one?
Yep.
I don't get it. There's a lot. There's a lot of things. So I overanalyze. I overanalyze everything. I overanalyze.
That's totally fine. Yeah.
That's kind of the point of this show.
Yeah, this show is to overanalyze this other show that's meant for kids, but at the same time, like, we care. We want kids to be getting like good entertainment, and if we don't think it was good entertainment, then
Now
we should say so.
I think for kids, yes. I
You think it's fine for
It would
kids?
hook on for kids, yeah, because it's there's the colors, the movement,
Right.
the fighting, and
Right.
the different. Yeah, for kids.
So that's why you give it a 2.
I would
Because
give
like
it a
for
2.
kids, it's fine, and it's like it's colorful, it moves, and like
Watching that-
things happen.
Watching it as a 26-year-old guy, no.
Right, absolutely. Well, I'm glad we're getting this fresh perspective because we've reviewed 100 episodes of this show.
So we're a little jaded.
So yeah, so we're to the
You're-
point now.
Well, I mean, thanks for bringing me in and showing
Oh,
it to me.
we love
You
having
guys,
you here.
I mean, you know, I wouldn't have wanted to watch it with anybody else, that's for sure, because you guys know what's going on, A, and B, you know, you're here to kind of, you know, tell me a little bit about what's going on. But watching it, you know, going in blind, I'm like, what is going on? But
Who gave me this acid and why?
yeah. But no, I mean, overall, yeah, I give it a 2.
I mean, how many Voltorbs do you give it, Nick?
I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
2.5?
It's right in the middle for me.
Right in the middle?
Because it does show Lorelai. Like I like that they do acknowledge video game
You liked her boobs.
characters.
You liked her boobs.
I do like her boobs. I'm not gonna lie.
Her boobs were amazing, but also very off-putting for me.
Well, I mean, it shows kids. Hey, there are some adults who dress like Lorelai, and that's okay. They can accomplish great things.
This episode was like, pay attention to what she's saying, not the boobs, because she just
Right.
babbled for so long. That...
And plus, like, her achievements weren't about the boobs. She
Yeah.
just happened to have the boobs.
So enough about her boobs. But other than that,
You
thought
gotta
it was
admit,
fine?
though, there was a lot of emphasis.
It
on her
was
boobs.
a lot of emphasis
lot.
on her boobs.
A lot.
There was so much emphasis on her boobs.
Boobs.
Boobs. I gave it 2.
2.
I also gave it 2. I kind of feel the same way about it that Andrew does. I like the message of it, of saying, hey, it's okay to fail because that's how you get better. But like I said before, you can say that in like 3 seconds. And we had like a whole first season of Ash learning that.
That's
so.
what the ultimate lesson was at the end of the Indigo League.
Exactly. That was the lesson was at the end of the entire first season. So it was, we didn't need more of that. But for what it is, it's not terrible. It's not.
Yeah.
For me, it wasn't unwatchable.
Like, I could go back to watch this episode in, like, tomorrow and not wince.
All right, Andrew. We really appreciate having you on the show.
Thank you, boys.
That was great.
We look forward
Thank
to
you,
seeing you
boys.
on, like, hopefully a better episode to watch.
Hey, have me back anytime.
Yay!
I enjoyed it, and it was a good first experience. I mean, thank you for opening up my eyes to
Two different
world
things.
of Pokemon. Yes, I'm always looking for different things.
To
Good.
the Pokemons.
Excellent.
For sure.
Excellent.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
And then, like a majestic bear, he goes off into the woods, rustling bushes. Sound effect. I forgot to comment on how high Lorelai was.
She was just high.
The ice is
God,
nice.
yeah. Okay, so we forgot a couple things while Andrew was here, because he was
More preoccupied on the general.
yeah, he was preoccupied, which is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple of specific things, mostly about Lorelai. She seemed high throughout most of the episode.
Well,
So
but
high.
she was the most high right after a fight, though.
Yes.
So
she
violence
was.
is her drug.
Ice is nice.
Ice
it's
is
so weird.
nice.
And like the way she was babbling, it was like she was like stoned on something. Actually, it makes sense, and that's why she like gave a shit about Ash and like battling him. She was just high.
Yeah, nah. Which is why the narrator might have been confused in the next episode.
Episode 102.
Wherefore art thou, Pokemon?
Yep, in the very first line, the narrator says, with Ash fresh off a victory over Pokemon Master Prima. Okay, no. Ash lost. Did you sleep through that part?
Ash lost hardcore. He got his ass whooped
He didn't
him.
He didn't even have a chance. It wasn't even close.
Like, did the narrator just look at Pikachu, use Thunder and Cloyster, and said, okay, great. It's
Yeah, okay, that's
done.
fine. What happened last one? Pikachu versus Pikachu won, right? Okay, Pikachu won. What was who did he fight? Pokemon Master Prima. Got it.
Well, good for Ash. Then.
Good for Ash.
Okay.
He beat. Actually, narrator, he didn't beat. Fuck you. I'm doing my thing.
I already started. You can't cut me off like this. We've talked
I'm the
about
fucking narrator, Jim.
There's no story without me.
I will fucking gut you.
Let's just... Please. Okay, fine. You won. Let's
So
just
Ash and company get to the city.
get to the city. On Mandarin Island.
On Mandarin. What is the geography? We'll get to that.
Yeah, well, you
3
get
episodes
that
from now, but
yeah. But I just want to cover it. They're on Mandarin Island.
they're on Mandarin Island.
The same island that Drowsy
other
was on.
stuff happened on. Yeah, I don't remember what, but whatever. So they're on Mandarin Island. They've come across a little girl who's looking for her pet Nidoran named Maria. Was her? Yeah, hers was named Maria.
Yeah, her Nidoran is named Maria. Her name was like
Her name was
Emily.
weird. Emily. Well, it wasn't weird. It was super like generic.
She was weird because she was like the first platinum blonde character
Yeah.
we've met.
Yeah.
It's a little off-putting in Pokemon.
It is, because no one else has been blonde like that.
No.
So it makes her look...
Alien?
What? I was going to say white face, or that, like, does that...
I mean...
Caucasian face, does that compute?
It does, but like... in that case, they're all Caucasian face, but like... No,
The blonde looks
She
weird.
just looks alien.
She looks weird. It turns out that also there's this other kid. What's his name? What's the kid's
his name is Ralph.
Ugh,
Yeah.
gross name. So Ralph is also missing his Nidoran
Who looks
named-
just as alien as Emily does.
She
just
does,
because he
but
has
different
he's
reasons.
weird.
Yeah, he's just weird. He's also missing his male Nidoran named Tony. You know, like Marie and Tony in
West Side Story.
West Side Story.
I haven't actually watched West Side Story, but
You-
that was so obvious that I had to ask.
Also, you would hate West Side Story.
I know I would. I remember seeing clips
it's sad.
of it.
It's
Yeah.
sad how much you would hate it.
Because it's so musical.
It's very musical. So,
Folks, I hate musicals. They're the least realistic genre of anything. Pokemon is more realistic than musicals are.
hey, at least there wasn't like a musical episode of Pokemon.
There never will be.
Good. Obviously, the Nidoran like love each other, like out in the field somewhere making out, and then the trainers Emily and Ralph, they just hate each other. So it's a fucking Romeo and Juliet.
Because apparently Ralph and Emily have been rivals. Like, it's the same exact goddamn plot line that your rival and you have in Red and Blue. Like, he says, they've known each other since they were babies and have been competing with each other ever since then.
Yep.
And apparently they always catch the same Pokemon and
Weird.
win Pokemon contests with them. I don't know.
Super coincidental that they always pick the exact same Pokemon.
It's they're the same person, and they each hate themselves, so of course they hate each other. That's my theory.
So the Nidoran are like trying to get with each other, and then Misty has a great idea. She's like, I'm going to write a love letter to each of these kids, and I'm going to tell them, I'm going to mail them like a present, like it's from the other person. And Ash is like, isn't that mail fraud? And Nick says, is it? And I said, maybe?
Because it's mail fraud if, like, they're stealing their mail, but I don't think it's technically illegal to send mail as another person, is it?
It might be. That's something I might have to fact check later.
It might have, like, if you're, like, being, like, all using documents and shit, probably.
Yeah.
But if it's, like, a
if
straight
it's
up
just a
handwritten
letter, yeah, I wouldn't think, I mean, it's shitty, but I don't know that it's illegal.
If it's a law, how do you enforce it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. So it turns out she's allergic to flowers, and he throws up an airplane, so the model airplane that she got him was really insensitive.
As were the flowers.
As were the flowers, which I thought was funny.
Ooh, can we backtrack a bit?
Yeah.
Back to when they were looking for the Nidorans, respectively.
Yeah.
And Pikachu was like,
oh, yeah!
out,
Oh, God, that was the best moment.
But then noticed the berry tree.
Yes.
It was like, okay.
He's like totally still calling for them, not
going towards the tree and grabbing berries.
Best gag out of all 5 episodes we watched. That was amazing.
Certainly better than wait, that's not a male Nidoran, that's a female Nidoran. And then the vice versa.
And then the vice, doing that same thing fucking twice.
Like, no, that was dumb.
That was dumb. So the whole episode is just these two kids hate each other, and their
Nidorans love each other.
And then their Nidorans love each other.
And the Nidorans are legit adorable. Like,
they are so cute. That is true. The female Nidoran, especially so, in my opinion. I think the male Nidoran was a little closer to obnoxious.
The male Nidoran had the cuter cry. The female Nidoran had cuter mannerisms.
That's true. Yes. The male Nidoran was a little annoying with how often it was just like me.
I thought that was cute because it just shows their animals.
They were both objectively cute.
Yeah.
If you've ever watched the show at all, then you know exactly how the rest of this show plays out. Team Rocket comes in, tries to steal the Nidorans. They get foiled by the Nidorans who beat up Team Rocket. Then the Nidorans evolve and the two people suddenly like each other at the end.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Tell me that that's not exactly what happens.
That's exactly what happens.
And that's not exactly what you thought was going to happen.
And that's also exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Like, it's so obvious that that's what's going to happen.
100 episodes later, it's Scooby-Doo syndrome.
It really is.
But see, the Team Rocket's especially dumb in this episode.
Yes!
Because...
why are they stealing?
Two Nidorans, a male and a female.
Giovanni has Nidoqueen and Nidoking.
On his team.
On his team. He doesn't need them. He would never want them. What?
Like,
what's the point?
They're for decoration at
yes.
best.
What's he gonna do? Just give them away to someone else who, like, really wants a Nidoran? They're not that rare.
He'll give them to his son, Silver.
My only other note in this... oh, wait. There's 2 other notes I have. One, they live next door to each other, the 2 trainers, Emily and Ralph.
Oh, yeah!
But there's a part when the Ashen crew are following Nidoran, like, running through the streets to get to the house, but then it, like, turns out that they live next door to each other.
So what
was he doing?
Did Nidoran take in order to get to, like...
Why? Did he fall through a wormhole?
Like, if he, like, had another flower or something, yeah, maybe I could believe that, but he didn't. It
No.
was just him crying out the window.
Yeah, what were you doing? Did he get lost? Is this Nidoran terrible at directions? He, like, started going down the street. He's like, oh, fuck. I went the wrong way. Had to turn around and go back.
I like Jessie's struggle in this episode because she talks about how, like, throughout her life, she had boyfriends, but they all broke up with her.
Yeah.
And so she says, I can't find anyone to love me just because I'm mean, nasty, and evil.
Yeah.
Those aren't... I mean...
if it wasn't for those 3 things...
if it wasn't for those 3 things, she would be
you'd be great, yeah. It'd be awesome. She's independent, she's strong-willed.
She just happens to be mean, nasty, and evil.
Oh, well.
So yeah, she could just work on that.
I also wrote that Arbok is super cartoony in this episode when he's getting beat up by the Nidorans.
The eyes pop out,
yeah,
his tongue sticking out.
He can, like, Arbok is weird because it can be the most cartoony of every Pokemon.
And then the most fucking vicious.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's always one of the two.
There's no middle.
There's no middle ground. It's always
Arbok
either
isn't a Pokemon. It's a cartoon serial killer hybrid.
Oh, man.
And when Team Rocket made their appearance to the gang, where did that giant cake come from?
I don't know.
How did it...
It just
show up?
appeared. Like, even if they snuck it on, you'd see it coming at you over the horizon. Like, it's just in the middle of a
And
field.
then it's just a cover for their balloon.
Yeah,
Why not just have the balloon?
Just have the balloon?
Like, I
it's
understand it's a wedding theme.
Yeah.
But you don't...
How do you justify that to Giovanni? Like, hey, we need all this money for a giant cake out, cutout.
That we're going to cover our balloon.
We're gonna cover up. Just have your balloon out. No, we need to do a thing. What thing? What are you talking about?
Okay, see, these Nidorans love each other, and they want to get married. So, first of all, no. They're Pokemon, and they don't need to get married.
Second of all, I have both Nidoran. Fuck you. Third of all, why are you doing a bit? What are you doing a bit for? Steal the damn Pokemon.
You're gangsters!
Fourth of all, I already have Nidoran mine. Idiots.
And my last note, Victory Bell, when James sent it out, went for Jesse to eat.
Yeah, instead of James.
Yeah, so that's different.
That's different, yeah.
Good for
That
them.
was it wasn't funny, but like I appreciated the switch on the joke.
Mm-hmm. But then when they're blasted off, they land on church bells, and Victory Bell is choking on Arbok.
And a bell, I'm assuming. Or maybe just on Arbok.
I think it's just hanging on the bell.
But then it's still like made the screaming like "Gee!" at the very end. I'm like, how did it make that noise? Out of his anus? What's going on?
Victory Bell just farts whenever it makes that sound. That's its fart.
It's his fart. This whole time it was just his fart.
It's part poison, so yeah.
That makes sense. Well, what else do you have for this episode? Was anything?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. How many Voltorbs did you give it?
I originally wrote down 1.5, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm gonna raise it to 2.
The 2?
Because I've hated 1.5 episodes more.
Yeah. It wasn't painful. It was just kind of
It was...
there. Like
It happened?
Yeah, it happened. Like, it was a little... I sat there going through, okay, this is what's going to happen next. I get what's going to... Like, it's kind of tedious. It wasn't painful tedious. It was just, like, predictable.
Yeah.
So, I also gave it 2. Because I wasn't mad. But I could have lived without it.
Right.
I didn't need Pokemon to retell me the story of Romeo and Juliet.
Do you find it weird that, like, it's been 101 episodes, 102 episodes, and we're just having a Nidoran episode?
That is weird. Nidoran's been in other episodes.
It's been another...
But just in the background. Yeah,
just as
that's
background
weird.
Pokemon.
That's weird. Oh, sad. Next episode?
Yeah, next episode.
Okay. Episode 103. Get along, little Pokemon, or if
Get
you're
along,
little
Pokemon.
because they put the comma in the wrong place because whoever like typed out the episode names in English were just fucking not paying attention.
Get along, little Pokemon.
It's Mr. Mimey time. Belly button maneuvers. That one still bothers me.
Wait, belly button maneuvers.
Naval maneuvers, because they used the wrong version of the word naval.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, now I remember that.
I mean, Mr. Mimey time bothers me too, but at least you can
But they
say...
called it Mr. Mime Time when they said it, right?
Yeah. I mean, that one bothered me too, but at least, like, Mimey was the name of the nickname of the Pokemon in that episode.
Right.
Anyway.
So they're still on Mandarin Island.
So, I wrote that too. I wrote that for, like, all of these episodes. I was like, why are they still on Mandarin Island?
How big is Mandarin
How
Island?
big
Is
is
Mandarin
Mandarin
Island
Island?
an island?
Like, is it like a continent? Like, is it the size of Australia? What kind of island is this? I'm going to just read my next quotes because it's just a series of questions I had
Go
as
ahead.
this episode started to play out. Why are there Magnemite? Why is there a Jolteon? Why are there Tauros? Why is this guy a cowboy?
Well, they answer all of them.
Why did Tracy time that? Yeah, when the cowboy guy calls
Whistles
over
the Magnemite?
Magnemite, Tracy's like, that took 2 seconds. I'm like,
Bitch, I didn't ask you.
why did you time it? How did you know to time it? And where did that watch come from,
If I was
Tracy?
looking for commentary on my Pokemon wrangling, I would ask you.
So in this episode, they're walking through the desert and they get to a bunch of Magnemite that are like causing the storm.
No.
They're drawn to the storm.
They're drawn to the storm.
Okay.
They're absorbing the electricity caused by the storm.
And then the Jolteon. This actually was kind of interestingly thought out. The Jolteon like herds the Magnemite.
Yeah, like I like the concept of this.
Yeah, the
lot.
concept actually is really interesting. They do a good job
Like
with
this
the
guy
world building.
sells electricity.
Yeah.
Using Magnemite.
Yeah.
Why?
And
He's
he
a
has
cowboy? I don't know. But
he is a literal cowboy.
I guess because he's ranching, he might as well go for the job.
In the middle of a desert, on an island in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, South Kanto? Like, what the hell? It's so weird, but okay. Whatever. But yeah, the concept was interesting. So they made this, what was the cowboy's name? Did he have a name?
Ethan.
Ethan, that's right. It was such a weird, like, English, like, Southern name.
I mean, he's a cowboy.
Yeah.
So, of course, he's going to be
Oh, they named him after the guy from The Searchers. The character from The Searchers.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, the character from the main character in The Searchers named is Ethan.
Is that the one where they're all mice and...
No.
What's The Searchers?
The Searchers is a John Wayne movie from 1956.
Oh, see, this is the Forest trivia that only you know because you're a movie buff.
I know. By the way, The Searchers is a phenomenal Western. You should totally see it. The main character, John Wayne's character in that movie is named Ethan. I bet they named him after that.
Because he does look like John Wayne.
He does, a little bit. Like a fat John Wayne.
Like modern day John Wayne back when they... Or 1980s John Wayne. Yeah.
No, John Wayne died in the 70s, so...
So it's 1970s John Wayne. I don't fucking know, man. Let's talk about goddamn Magnemite.
Sorry. I want you to get your movie trivia straight when I'm present, Nick. Just like you would want to get me to get my anime trivia straight.
So okay, wait. I just want to make sure. Forrest, your favorite movie is your favorite Pink Panther is the Steve Martin Pink Panther,
I
right?
will fucking shove this microphone up your ass.
Guys, Steve Martin's the only Pink Panther. He plays the Pink Panther. Get that right.
You realize I can, like, just cut all this out, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
but
have
where's
that
the
power.
fun in it? Where's the
have that
fun
power.
in the chat? There's no challenge then, Forrest.
Too bad.
God,
That's what happens when I have editing
That's
power.
weak-spirited.
I don't care.
Okay. Folks, he's shutting me out.
I am censoring you, Nick. I can make
It's just going to be a fucking long-ass beat. No, this is the first uncensored of goddamn episode.
Too bad. I censor you.
God damn it, you dick.
So so Ethan is a Magnemite wrangler.
Yes.
Interesting concept with Jolteon as like the sheepdog-ish type
The
thing.
sheep, pretty much sheepdog. Jolt!
It had a weird cry. I think it was trying to be a bark, but it just sounded like an old man who's smoked too many cigarettes, like saying jolt, jolt, jolt.
It would have made more sense if it was a manic trick.
Yeah, it would have. That is true. It wouldn't have made sense for it to say jolt. But it was a good idea. Either way.
And I have
no
notes on this one.
Yeah, you do what?
I have like no notes on this one.
Well, it was a really bland episode. Ethan says that like the way he keeps track of the Magnemites is he's like, I don't name them because I can't remember those names. So I just give them all numbers. I'm like, why is it easier for you to remember
You can
numbers
tell them
instead of
apart,
names?
so you might as well name them.
Yeah, if you can tell them apart, give them names instead of, there's only 9 of them. It's not like there's 50.
Although in the one shot, didn't they show like...
I feel like in one
20?
shot there was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then later there wasn't.
I think
a
he
lot.
keeps like different batches of Magnemites.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
And he tells them how he has to wrangle them because like one of them will get lost every once in a while. Number 6. And Ash, like very like snarky, says you would be able to keep better track of them if you kept them in their Pokeballs. That's weird, Ash. You would be
No, Kettle, you're black.
Pretty much. That's Pikachu, like, scratches its head. It's like, yeah, no.
And then all the Magnemites converge onto Pikachu and almost smother it. And Ash is like, oh no, I gotta get Pikachu back.
This might not have happened if I had it in its Pokeball.
And then just like the sudden realization, oh, my life is a lie. So Team Rocket has a plan this episode to steal the Magnemite? Why do they want Magnemite?
Why did they want Nidorans?
Okay. It's because they have to be in the episode and they need to steal whatever the Pokemon of the day is.
Yeah.
So they're gonna steal the Magnemite. Cool.
Wait, they didn't try and steal the Pokemon of the day from Lorelei.
That is
because
true.
they were like, we're just gonna steal Pikachu.
Yeah, they're like, no, those Pokemon are way too strong. That was like, oh, well, there's a very powerful trainer there. She's gonna stop you from stealing Pikachu, you idiot.
So the Magnemite. So I'm gonna be honest. I think I blanked out or something like during this episode because like I don't remember large chunks of it.
I don't either, and I didn't take very many notes on it because it's just
It happened.
so bland. Yeah, like it's just like things happened. Like even though you don't remember it, you can probably like imagine what probably happened.
Like I can summarize it, like no problem.
Yeah, like I'm saying you can probably just tell me what you think probably happened, and that's probably right. Like
the Magnemites got lost somehow.
Yeah.
Team Rocket attacked, and Ethan
broke his arm.
So Ash had to go wrangle him out by right into Tauros.
Oh man, Tauros is so cool. I wish I had a Tauros.
Ah.
He doesn't say that, but I like to imagine.
I wish I had 20 of them. So then, Ash meets up with Team Rocket again with the because they were attracting the Magnemite with static
electricity, which was funny. It was a funny idea.
It wasn't Team Rocket.
It wasn't like ha 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 funny, but it was amusing.
I chuckled.
I chuckled, and then it kept going for like 4 minutes. I'm like, all right, you can be done with this gag now.
And then Pikachu is trying to attract it using the Thunderbolt.
And then like the number 6 Magnemite gets lost, and then Ash finds him, brings him back, and then the number 6 Magnemite
Number 6
saves
has
the
individuality.
Yep.
So
and then evolves because
Magneton.
it has individuality, so it's going to evolve. That's how the formulas of these episodes
when it gets
go
lost,
out.
it secretly battles off to the side. So it's been gaining experience.
There you go. Yeah, that's what happens. So Magneton is now a thing, and everyone's happy because Magnemite had such a vibrant personality. It's an eyeball with magnets on it.
There's actually the Pokemon Company in Japan came up with a really cute Magnemite song.
How does it go?
It's Japanese. I can't fucking say it.
You don't speak Japanese?
I do not.
Oh, what a shame.
But it's like little tiny Magnemite. It's like it's kind of technical, but also cute.
They get rid of Team Rocket, I'm sure, by Magneton thunderbolting them away. And there was a town nearby that lost its electricity. Yeah,
the hospital was like losing telephone power and stuff.
So Ash manages to get the Magnemite and Magneton now to the hospital, and they're like, "Wow, thank you so much. How can we ever repay you?" And I'm like, "He just brought some Magnemite over. It's not like he gave his life for
this guy. This is this guy's job.
Yeah, it'd be like if
just pay him.
It'd be like if the mailman broke his leg and someone else had to finish driving the mail truck for the day. Like it's not. It's like, thank you, but it's,
my life didn't depend on it.
You did it. Good job.
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of that episode, right?
Yeah, I took 4 notes on this episode.
Wait, I want to talk about when Team Rocket first attacks Ethan and the company. Jesse sends out Arbok. It plummets down to the ground and hits itself. And then Jesse tells it to tackle Jolteon, and then there's a solid 5 to 6 seconds of nothing, and then the Jolteon. I thought the Jolteon was just gonna dodge, but then it just gets hit because Ethan didn't say anything.
And then the Jolteon that was hit by Arbok flies at Ethan, who just stands there,
and then gets hit.
It's like good.
That was real. It was really weird. It was a weird sequence.
It was. It was a very odd sequence because it shouldn't have happened that way. Anything else you got for this episode?
I gave it 2.5 Voltorbs.
Did you?
Because I was going to give it 3, but then I remembered I couldn't remember a lot of it. But I really like the concept, and Ethan isn't a bad character of the day.
He's bland.
He's bland, but
he's a cowboy.
He's a cowboy, and he uses Magnemites to harness electricity. I think that's cool.
I really like the concept of it. I gave this episode 2 Voltorbs because I really like the concept of it.
It's just so bland.
It's just so bland, and that's all I am going to take away from this episode was, one interesting concept. There wasn't any battle that was really interesting. The characters weren't that interesting. There really wasn't much of an arc to the episode. It was just, it's got an interesting
comes in
concept.
and just saves the day again.
Yep. By taking some Magnemite to town.
I'm swinging my arms back and forth.
Like a cowboy.
Yeah.
Next episode?
Next episode.
Okay. All right, so Nick, in between the recordings, you said that you thought this was going to be a short review because you don't have many notes on it?
Yeah. I have 3 notes on it.
On episode 104...
104, the Mystery Menace.
My first note here is they are still in the desert on Mandarin Island?
They're
What?
still on Mandarin Island.
Why? This is when we were like, what is the geography of these islands exactly? Like, because I thought we were
No, for
on
me
that-
it's the next one. That's when
Oh,
I
it's the next one?
For me it's the next one. Like, Mandarin Island's a huge island, and I was thinking, this is a pretty big island. But it's the next one that made me really think about the geography.
Okay.
Uh,
So they fall.
Team
Rocket is like,
is
oh, we're
behind
gonna
them.
blast a hole and they're gonna fall in the hole. This was a weird part. Did they rig up 2 different holes, or what happened there?
I might have blanked out again, but
Because they hit the button,
they hit the button.
They fall
Team
down a
Rocket fell
hole.
down a hole.
and then like also
They
Ash
fell
and
down
Misty
a
fell
hole.
down a hole.
A separate hole.
Yeah.
Now maybe like the first hole like triggered a seismic thing, which made the first hole happen.
But it was like they were walking on like a sidewalk, like on concrete. So why would that? I don't
know.
Whatever. Okay, so both teams fall down holes, and that's most of our story takes place in a hole. In the sewers.
In the sewers.
In the sewers. So they're walking down the sewer, and Big Vine. Oh, I'm sorry. A monster.
A monster.
Totally a monster, not a Bulbasaur Vine. Goes up and just starts grabbing at him. And Ash is like, Pikachu, Thunderbolt that monster, quote.
That
unquote.
thing.
And Tracy probably is like, no, man, don't do that. You're going to, like, shock us all. And I'm like...
Misty says that because they're in the sewers.
And it's damp,
Water.
I guess.
Yeah.
So Ash is like, okay, that's good
Sure,
point.
whatever.
Whatever.
I've never worried about that before, ever. But
And
okay.
Go Bulbasaur. And Bulbasaur's like, And he's like, use Razor Leaf on that
But then it's immediately
monster.
just dragged.
Yeah. And he just drags Bulbasaur down into the depths. And Ash is like, oh god, we gotta save Bulbasaur. I'm like, yeah, Bulbasaur's probably drowning.
Yeah, like,
save
should go
Bulbasaur.
save it.
And Tracy's like, nah, man.
No.
You shouldn't go save Bulbasaur because of... What reason did he give?
It's dangerous. Ash wouldn't survive. Basically, it's dangerous.
That's
It's too dangerous.
dumb. Like, you're letting Bulbasaur drown.
Like, at least send out your Squirtle or something to try
Yeah.
and...
Like, Misty
Rescue it.
is a water-type gym trainer. It's like, she has so many water-type Pokemon. Let her help. Let her help.
it's-
Or let Meryl help with his, like, bullshit hearing or whatever.
I have a feeling that Tracy just likes to see Pokemon die. Because
That would sadly make sense.
He has pulled this off. He has done this before. When like Ash wanted to rescue a Pokemon or something, and Tracy was like, no, that was I'm thinking of a completely different thing.
No, that was Brock, right?
That was Brock.
Is that Brock?
with the Pika Hoona episode?
Yeah, because Brock doesn't want anyone to have a Pokemon.
Right.
That's
But Ash was legitimately going to die in that scenario.
Yeah. No, he's in the sewer. He's like, at least be like, no, Ash, there's poop in there.
Ash, there's poop in there. Don't
There's
go
poop in there.
there.
Don't go in there. And then
Bulbasaur's a poison type. You'll be fine.
So Officer Jenny appears, presumably Bulbasaur is slowly drowning to death off screen.
Right.
Officer Jenny appears, and she's like, hey, guys, get out of that there hole. And they tie up Ash.
With so much rope.
So much rope.
More rope than what they were given with.
Yes. And what they would possibly need to subdue a poor 11-year-old who wants to save his pet.
So the next scene, Ash is like in a prison cell wanting to
Yes.
get out because he needs to rescue his Bulbasaur because it's now
Because
a
it's
dead thing.
It's pretty much dead. Like, it has to be dead. It's been underwater for hours, presumably, by this point. It's not a water-type Pokemon. It's dead.
No. Officer Jenny opens the door and says, "Okay, you're all free to go." And then some jackass guy in a red suit, the mayor, says, "Oh, but what about no? We can't let them go yet. I'm the mayor. Blah 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 blah. I'm a generic bullshit guy."
And Officer Jenny's like, "No, dude, we have literally no reason to keep them here. Like,
Yeah, their story checks out. Which
how
does
does
their
she
story
know
check
that?
out?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
I mean, granted, they absolutely have no reason to keep them in the cell, but what story
they were
is
technically
checking out?
They were technically intruding on
They were.
sewer lines. I don't think you're allowed to go down there without a.
Like
thing.
they probably should be fined unless they're like, oh no, wait, there's a hole over there. Like we fell down
it, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, there we go. But that's not the story that she says checks out, because she was like,
The story
no.
checks out.
No, they're trainers on like an island challenge. Their story checks out. Doesn't make any sense, is what the mayor should have said, but he doesn't.
What story? So they can't keep him there because there's no crime. So the mayor says, "Fine, I'm the mayor." Blah.
Let's talk about this mayor for a second.
Let's do that.
Because this mayor is a terrible character. He's
up there.
He is just generic, super generic villain of the day. And that's all he is.
Like he has no redeeming qualities.
He had no redeeming qualities. He had no motivation to be villain.
His only motivation was he wants
to get reelected.
Win the reelection. But we're not even invested in the reelection because, like, we don't even see who the opponent is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we don't know what the option is.
Like what are the mayor's policies?
Yeah.
Does this? We are literally walking into this city. We don't know the fucking stakes. We don't know why this mayor is such a fucking dick. And he is a straight up.
He's a straight up fucking dick. Like he's an unrelenting dick. But we'll get to that in just a second here. He's very awkwardly animated too. Like he's just waving his arm awkwardly while he's telling
arrest them.
Yes.
Arrest them while I wave my arm slowly.
Oh no! The sickness has me again! My arm won't stop moving! Help me!
So the mayor's goal is to get rid of the monster, which, by doing so, will win him the election.
Yeah, the monster that is totally not vines from a fucking Bulbasaur.
Obviously not.
It can't be.
Long, dark green, and ends in a little bulb.
That can't be a vine from a Bulbasaur.
Because apparently this vine has been going around town stealing food.
So Team Rocket's down the sewer still. They're only in the background this episode, which was great.
Yeah.
Because they get terrorized by the monster. And
or the completely new Pokemon.
Or that. And then they're like, oh, I know, let's be scary and scare the monster away. So they just like, Jessie throws her hair over her face and
Meowth just grabs onto James with his mouth and is holding his eyes back while James lets his mouth.
He's just doing this with his mouth. And then like, they get to the soldiers and the soldiers like, there's the monsters!
Oh, by the way, the mayor sent down soldiers that aren't in the police.
Yeah.
They're like his own private army.
Yeah, I don't know. Is this a mayor or a dictator? The mayor had a statue of himself in the city. What is this?
Well, see, you could be a mayor and also have a other job. So I think I assume the mayor is just like some Donald Trump-esque fucker.
It's fair enough.
Who has his own private strike team. That's what you call them.
So the Team Rocket and the soldiers both, like, neither of them are like, oh, the soldiers aren't like, oh, clearly this is three people making weird faces because duh. And Team Rocket isn't just like, oh, we're making weird faces. Let's stop doing that. Because these are just soldiers.
So the soldiers say, we found 3 unidentified monsters. And then they start shooting them with the putty guns.
With the putty guns.
And Team Rocket runs away, making the faces.
You're like, just stop making the faces.
It will be easier to run, even, without the faces.
Ash and company go back into the sewer because they want to get Bulbasaur back because that Pokemon could be drowned by now.
And Bulbasaur is in like 2/3 of Ash's battles that aren't Pikachu.
Yes, exactly. Oh, by the way, Ash's battle record is
because it's been updated.
Yeah, because he had like 3 battles on the other island, and then 2 more in the episode. So his battle record is up to 33 wins and 9 losses.
Nice.
That's actually a really good battle record. Anyway. Back to the episode in question. They're walking around the sewer. Misty gets dragged down by the Totes monster. And then Ash is like, oh, we'll have Squirtle?
Yeah. No, Muck.
Muck.
Because they were talking to Professor Oak about it.
Yep. So Ash had brought out smart on him. Good job.
Yeah.
Smart on him.
Because they knew they were going to go back into the sewers.
Mm-hmm. He's like, all right, Muck, where's Bulbasaur? He finds Bulbasaur, and then lo and behold, there's a second Bulbasaur.
Who would have seen that coming?
It's just like bigger than a regular Bulbasaur.
Yeah. Instead of like 1'4", it's 2'4".
Yeah. It's
It's Bulbasaur.
It's a Bulbasaur. And everyone's like, oh! And I'm like, duh.
And it used to belong to the
Mayor.
mayor.
They know because they saw his mayor symbol around town, and Bulbasaur has the collar with a tag with the mayor symbol on the tag.
Mm-hmm. Which explains the bell sound that they've been hearing.
Whatever the monster.
The monster.
That totally wasn't a Bulbasaur. So, here's my question. Why was the Bulbasaur just now, like, stealing food from people?
Maybe it's always been stealing food from people.
I don't think they said that, though. I think they said that it just happened recently.
Maybe the Bulbasaur had like a food bank in the sewer and it just ran out. It's also like a plant, so... Yeah, okay. It's in the sewer, but before development, there's some sunlight that it's able to access, so it feeds itself using photosynthesis. There's more development in the city, so the sewer is suddenly blocked off via sunlight. The Bulbasaur has to feed itself using actual food, so it starts stealing food.
So the mayor's like, oh, yeah, that's the Bulbasaur I had that I gave away when I was a kid because it wouldn't evolve.
Don't say gave away. He fucking
Threw it away!
He put it in a goddamn box and put it down the river.
And just, like, pushed it and was like, bye!
By the way, this guy was a kid, and he already had his own symbol. Like, what is this guy doing?
Oh my god, yeah, what the fuck? Why would he have his own symbol? Why?
He was 12.
Why? What a pompous idiot.
This guy is Donald Trump.
Yeah, he really is. What a little dickweed.
What a goddamn dickweed.
Oh my god. Yeah, and then when he sees the Bulbasaur again, it hugs him with the vines. I was like, oh my god, if they have like a reunion, I am going to just give this an exploded Voltorb and like just be so mad. No, that doesn't happen.
They do it better than that.
They do. I will give them credit. They blast off the mayor like he's Team Rocket. He falls into his own statue.
Well, let's talk about how like all of a sudden the sewers exploded because they were blocking them off.
Oh yeah.
Because the mayor was in this bathtub and all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah. Why did that happen? Was that even hinted at?
No, the Bulbasaur used magic.
Okay, and then the sewer water got up and He's in his bath towel for like the last half of this episode, the last third of this episode, and it's really awkward and off-putting.
They defeat the mayor because people don't really do anything.
Yeah.
And then Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy will take care of the Bulbasaur. And that's the end of the episode. Yeah.
What'd you think of this one?
I gave it 2 full Torbs.
I did too. It was dumb.
It was at least entertaining.
It was
dumb.
It wasn't painful, but it was so predictable. Like, obviously it's a Bulbasaur vine. Like, come on. Tracy, you're a Pokemon watcher. Watch the thing.
Huh. When Bulbasaur uses Fine Whip, it's just slightly smaller. Huh. How weird. I wonder if it's a Venusaur. Nope, it's just a Bulbasaur that doesn't evolve. And that's why the mayor fucking gives it away, because it doesn't evolve.
Yeah.
But it instead gets bigger. So I think this Bulbasaur does have a mutation. It's just, instead of turning into an Ivysaur, it just turns into a bigger Bulbasaur.
Yeah, this episode was so lame. Like, the characters didn't really have anything to do with this episode. They were just like... They weren't really part of the plot. They were just subjugated to the plot.
Yeah.
Like, they had no stakes, like, in the mayoral race of this city.
They only did what they did because it was...
Because Bulbasaur was missing.
Yeah.
That was the only
smart thing to do.
Yeah, like, that was the only thing that drove them through this episode. Once they found Bulbasaur, they could have fucked off, and then it would just been, like, okay, that's the end.
Okay, that's the end. The Mayor can win the election for all we care.
Yeah, like, who cares? We never saw the other... Like you said, we never saw the other candidate.
No, to be fair, if I found out that the mayor was a fucking dickbag and he had let go of his dog when he was a kid because it went and turned into a bigger dog, and I found the dog in the sewer, I would do everything in my power to stop the mayor from winning the re-election.
Yeah, that would be shitty.
So that's fair for Ash and crew.
But there's still, like, there's just no... They don't have any kind
There's
of
no
arc.
development for them. Yeah.
There's no... They have... Yeah, that was my big problem with it.
Let's move on to the next episode before we get mad.
That sounds good. That sounds like a plan.
Okay, so episode 105. You fucking dick. Misty meets her match. We recorded this, and then we talked about a whole thing about how I've been saying all the episode titles, and then I felt bad, and I wanted you to say the title, and now you purposely don't. Well, now I don't feel bad.
Okay.
And I'm going to say all the titles from now on.
If that's what you want to do, I'll have nothing to do then.
God damn it.
I won't be important.
God fucking Christ. Okay. Well, Misty meets her match in this episode.
Yeah.
And this is when I said, I need to see a fucking map of the Orange Islands or I'm going to fucking lose my shit. They've been on Mandarin Island forever. Why are they on a ferry? Why were they on a ferry?
I don't know.
Because they were on a ferry from Mandarin Island to this next island. Why were they on Mandarin Island in the first place when there's no freaking, gym on it?
They were on Mandarin Island for another reason, weren't they? Like, there wasn't... Or did they just come across Mandarin Island and they were like, all right, whatever, fuck it. Yeah, we'll do this.
They landed on Mandarin Island when Drowsy was introduced. The Drowsy thing.
Oh my god, that was so long ago, though. That was
Did they get off the island at some point after that?
I don't know.
I don't know when the Drowsy...
I don't know. It's... The geography of this place is so confusing. You know what? Fuck it. Skip it. They're just... Every other episode, they're going to go back to Mandarin Island, and we're going to be like, what the fuck are you
Mandarin
doing?
Island is their home base island.
Mandarin Island. I think what it is just the narrator forgets what island they're on, so it's like, fuck, it's Mandarin Island.
It's Mandarin Island.
I know that was an island.
That's a word I know.
Oh, because mandarins are like a type of orange.
Yeah. Shit.
Wow, I just got
Oh,
that.
fuck. And then Naval Island?
Yep.
But Myken isn't a kind of orange, is it? Is every island named after a type of orange?
I don't know.
I'm going to blow my brains out. Oh my god. The final island is just called Orange.
Not Orange Island, just orange.
Orange. It is the concept of orange.
Wait, the color of the fruit? No, just orange.
Orange. All of orange. Do you see this Dragonite? Oh my god, it's only orange!
So this guy, why are they on Lapras? They're on Lapras. Okay, they're on Lapras.
No. Okay, so they're on the ferry, and then they see some little girl out in the middle of the freaking rock archipelago thing, and she's drowning in a whirlpool with her seal. And that's when he said, oh no, it's a seal, it's going to hijack the entire episode. Which
thank God, it did not.
It did not. A first for Seal.
Oh my God. Good job, Seal. Good job.
So, Misty leads an expedition to go rescue the girl using Lapras. That's why they're on Lapras.
Uh-huh. And Staryu.
And Staryu. And she uses Staryu to, go underwater, rescue Maury. Maury, I don't know her name. It's spelled Maury. That's how I heard it. Maury, I guess. And then we got this creep guy with binoculars
watching Misty.
Just watching Misty and said, yeah. That's what I like.
That's what I want right there. Oh, yeah.
He might as well say it like that.
I know. He's so creepy. He's a creepy character.
So they land on the island, and this guy, great. His sister's risky, but he gives two shits.
Right?
He mostly just wants to talk to Misty and try and seduce her and
he's like, come on, let's
dance,
Misty.
And then they dance, and the surf music from Red and Blue comes up.
Yeah.
But it's really ballady, and it's actually nice. It's
an interesting interpretation. But I don't understand why they use that particular track. Just because they thought it sounded nice, maybe.
It's the most romantic track they have. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Great.
It turns out this guy is the gym leader of Tabitha, or whatever the name of this island is.
Tabitha.
It
just
starts with a
Tabitha.
T.
Well, I like Tabitha. Let's call it Tabitha.
It's Tabitha.
Okay, so he's the leader of Tabitha.
Rudy is the leader of Tabitha Island.
There we go. So Rudy is I guess dancing is his thing, but he doesn't really incorporate that in any other way.
I mean, he uses music in his battle, which is bullshit.
Yeah, but that. I mean, I would almost expect a dance off, because that's how much he seems to like dancing.
Yeah. And it's not with the Pokemon, it's with the trainers.
Yeah, it's just with the trainer.
Yeah, no, that would be a good challenge.
It'd be interesting. So,
But again, that'd be what's the
prejudice?
Prejudice, yeah, that'd be prejudice against handicapped people and stuff trying to do the challenge.
It would be. So they go on a boat ride, and he's like, hit the targets with a thing.
It's basically the water gun challenge, but you can use
It's
whatever Pokemon you want
you're
and it's high
moving.
speed.
Yeah. And Ash is like, oh, what Pokemon should I use? And he's like,
I don't care anyway. I'm just gonna talk Misty.
And Ash is like, I hit all the targets. And he's like, good
great.
job.
Okay, good job.
I didn't watch that at all, but okay. I'm assuming you did it.
I only know you sent out the Charizard because you flamethrower.
Why did he send out Charizard? That was so dumb.
He goofed, according to Ash.
Is he Misty now with Psyduck? Like, what the hell?
Like, at least Psyduck was just a cute little thing. Charizard is a weapon of mass destruction.
Speaking of things that happen all the time, no Jigglypuff in any of these 5 episodes.
It's a miracle.
It is a miracle.
I only wish they were better.
Right? Instead of just all being bland and forgettable.
Instead of all being bland and forgettable, it's...
Yeah. And heck, they use like Team Rocket in a funny way in this one and the last one, where they're just like in the background.
They're just in the background doing like little bits.
Yeah.
In dangerous scenarios.
And I was saying like, dude, I wish that was how they use Team Rocket all the time. Like they're just in the background doing like bits and goofy shit.
Like sure, every third or fourth or even other episode they can actually battle Team Rocket.
Yeah.
But every other time, yeah, they're just in the background.
Doing like that way you still have your Team Rocket quota, and they're not in the way of the fucking plot.
Speaking of Team Rocket, they had one of my favorite lines in when they came up out of the river and James said, "Speaking of Ash, the target is in our face," and then a target literally pops up in front of their face.
That was pretty funny.
It's like, oh, okay, that's cute.
That was pretty funny. I wrote that like the gym leader the gym leader's challenge in this one was like stupidly easy.
The high-speed challenge, the high-speed target challenge, and then the type battle.
That one, not so much, but the target one. That was so easy. I feel like any idiot trainer...
Any projectile
yeah,
shooting Pokemon will win.
That has never been shown to be an issue for any Pokemon in the show, for them to hit a target. So, like, it's just it seems like such an easy challenge.
Like, maybe if you only have, like, a Slowbro that uses Water Gun, you're going to have to, like, time it out, so it's like... Okay, in 5 seconds, it'll use Water Gun. Water Gun!
Yeah.
Water Gun.
That's the only way. That's... Because otherwise, it's just like... So Rudy's like, okay, guys, come back to my place, and I'll let you spend the night. If you know what I mean. And Misty's like,
Sure.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I'm liking these interactions. You're nice, I guess.
Yeah.
And so then he decides to show off all his Pokemon to Misty.
Yeah. And they're all like dancing.
They have a little dance party.
Very awkward dance
and
party.
Then this man who met Misty like 6 hours ago, tops.
Says, I feel like it was more like 20 minutes ago.
It'd be great if you could stay here forever, Misty. It's 6 hours because the sun's dusking.
That's true. And Misty doesn't say, "Oh my god, you are so creepy and weird. I'm getting away from you."
No, it's like, what do I do?
That shouldn't be a question. Like, he's creepy.
You met him today, Misty.
You met him today and he's creepy. You get away from him. Like, come on. No.
I don't care how nice the little sister is. Like, no. Also, the little sister wants you to be the big sister already? Like, how often do women land on this island that they're suddenly so infatuated with them?
Yeah, maybe if this was like the third episode of like a 3-parter where they slowly got to know each other over a longer period of time or something, but...
I ain't got the patience for that in Orange Islands.
I don't either, but I'm just saying that way it would work. It would make sense. This way it just doesn't make sense. So the guy is like, okay, so my challenge is actually a battle, and you get to pick 3 Pokemon of 3 different types.
And I will match those types.
And I will match those types, and we'll have ourselves a little battle.
Which, fuck him. That's bullshit. Because then he just sets it up so that way all of his Pokemon have an advantage over the Pokemon that they're going to battle against.
He does, yeah.
Like his Exeggutor is a Psychic type that will naturally beat any Grass Poison Pokemon, which is all of them, basically. You got two
Tangela
families that
and
aren't.
Parasect. And then Exeggutor itself.
Yeah.
His Exeggutor is probably going to...
His Electabuzz probably knows Earthquake or Dig or something.
Yeah.
And what's his third one? Starmie?
Yeah.
No, it's Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Like, he's rigging it.
Yeah, he really is. Like, it's a little bit of a rig.
Like, I want to be from Johto and kick his ass with his cheating malarkey.
Be like, your Starmie's Thunderbolt isn't going to do much against my Quagsire.
Yeah, no. It
No,
won't.
no.
Tell me, do you have any dark types? Or steel types?
No?
No?
I guess
Well, I
just
guess I win those two.
I win, yeah.
And best 2 out of 3. Great.
2 out of 3, I win. Bitch. Throws down. So the rest of the episode is pretty much a battle.
Yeah.
I mean...
Electabuzz makes a comeback.
The Electabuzz is amazing.
And granted, it's not as good as it was originally.
No.
But it's still an electric horse.
I don't know why. I have no idea. No idea why they went with that style of voice for Electabuzz. I don't understand the concept behind it.
So they show the voice actor Electabuzz and say, okay, so Pokemon say their name, so it should sound like
Electabuzz.
or Electabuzz or something. Okay, so like that. So like. Okay, this is take 50. So yeah, sure, we'll do that.
So do you remember how to do it from the last episode? Yeah,
Close enough.
Close enough.
The Electabuzz beats Pikachu.
Yeah. How? It just like hits him. I don't
Electabuzz is pretty much immune to Pikachu's thunder attacks because bullshit abilities.
Yeah, like the Magmar. Again, Magmar, Electabuzz, completely immune to electric type attacks.
Well, at least the Electabuzz has a relation to a Pokemon that's immune to electric attacks. Electivire.
That's
just
true.
gets faster.
I'll give you that.
It's better than the Magmar.
Yes, it is.
And then I think it just punches Pikachu a bunch of times, and
That's the end of Pikachu.
yeah.
However, he beats Pikachu. Then it's Exeggutor versus
Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur uses Sleep Powder. Instant win again.
But before that, I call this cheating. Rudy turns on music, so the Exeggutor starts dancing, which is helping it dodge all of Bulbasaur's projectile
It's like
moves.
raising its evasion through
Yeah.
an outside tactic.
I don't think that's fair.
Especially in Generation 1.
No,
when
no.
you didn't even have items to hold. Yeah, come on, man.
Like, I don't think there was an XX evasion, was there?
No, there was an X... There was not an X evasion. There was an X accuracy, but not an X evasion.
So, yeah, it's outside malarkey.
Yeah.
Say goodbye it.
I do not feel sorry that he lost that matchup.
And it was good sportsmanship that Bulbasaur rescued the Exeggutor
From falling off the cliff.
falling off the cliff.
And I was like...
Which made Team Rocket fall down again.
Which was funny, yeah, that was great. That's what saved that part. But I was like, well, Ash is probably not a fucking psychopath. Like, he's gonna save your Pokemon. Come on.
But you're right, the Sleep Powder, instant knockout.
Yeah.
Why isn't it used all the time?
I don't know. Bulbasaur has 2 instant KO moves, as you pointed out. Leech Seed and Sleep Powder.
It wouldn't work today, though.
No, it would not.
Neither of those. Actually, I don't think Leech Seed would work on Exeggutor in Gen 1 either.
No, it wouldn't.
So then
it's Starmie versus
Squirtle. Oh, look at that! It's all of Ash's typical Pokemon.
Yeah.
This was
Who could have seen that coming?
This was a great battle episode for them.
Oh, hey, Squirtle learned Hydro Bomb. That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
I don't know how it didn't lose to Thunderbolt.
It used to withdraw.
Starmie. Doesn't make any
raised
sense.
It raised its physical defense.
Doesn't make any sense.
So it could survive a special attack.
Doesn't make any sense though, Nick.
Forrest, this is a show where Marowak
I know.
can get stricken by lightning.
I know. I'm aware. I got it. Just saying. It doesn't... Whatever, fuck it. Okay, so the episode ends. Great.
We announced Starmie lost, and then I heard the announcer the first time. Starmie is out of the battle. I am an official announcer.
Listen to my official announcer voice.
I am authoritative, and you should take me seriously.
And
Starmie clearly dodged that Skull Bash.
Yeah,
that knocked it out.
But it did still, like, I guess it landed awkwardly.
It landed on its legs. It was in so much pain from it that it just let out one final overly sexual female gasp.
Yes, the Starmie was weirdly like a female voice. fight anymore, guys.
So Ash gets the badge, but I didn't even know what the name of the badge was because I was just so...
The coral bullshit ringy badge.
Look at that. It's a blue thing on a shell. Great.
Oh, and Misty decides that she doesn't want to be with Rudy because fucking duh.
Because she met him yesterday.
Because she met him, yeah.
So she's cheering on Ash during the final match.
And Rudy's like, oh, I guess she wants to be with him. And it's like, it's not being with someone, it's just like, she met you yesterday. Even if Ash wasn't in the picture, that'd still be weird.
Yeah.
Come on.
So then they leave.
And then
that's
they leave.
the end
That's
of
the end of the episode.
Okay. How much do you rate that one?
I giving it 2.
Yeah,
I hate to give like all 5 of these the same exact score, but they're the same level of just bland, dumb. This one at least had battles.
So that's why I'm giving it 2.5.
2.5. This one at least had battles.
It had battles, and Team Rocket was funny.
And Team Rocket was fun. That is true. That is true. That's a good point. But at the same time, the stuff with Misty was just like crowbarred in there so awkwardly. It didn't make sense.
I just ignored it. That one was really easy to ignore. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have ignored, but but it like if you don't acknowledge it, it's really easy to do.
Yeah, that's true. I did. See, the thing is, like, I like the parts that were good a little bit more than the other episodes, but I like the parts I didn't like a little bit less than the other episodes.
So it averages out.
So it averages out to 2 for me.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah,
then.
I can't give it any higher than a 2, honestly. And I did like it less than both of the other 2 gym battles, and I gave both of them 2.5 Voltorbs.
Did I like the gym battles less than the other?
The only thing this one had going for it was it had an actual battle, but even then, like, the battles themselves weren't that interesting.
All right, so talk about Pokemon of the Week.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right,
Nick, what is today's number?
Before I say the number, last episode we said that if I picked Ilmaz, we're not doing it. So I want to make sure we're not doing that. So going with that, 71.
Okay, I will laugh hysterically if it is Illumise. We won't do it for your sake, but if it is Illumise,
You did full beat last time.
I will die laughing.
It's the same goddamn thing.
They're not the same thing. They're just super
One
similar.
is male, one is the other's female, and they have like. I mean, fine. Whatever. Sure. It's Delcatty.
It's Delcatty.
Yeah, it's Delcatty. It's there. That's my feelings on it.
So, end of Pokemon of the day?
Yeah, I think I have one. I think I actually
had
had to breed one, so that way I could breed another thing.
You know what? This Pokemon gets a lot of hatred for being just useless and dumb, but I think it's a good Pokemon.
Wow, it has Normalize, which is such an advantageous ability.
Well, the thing about Normalize is that it's always going to have Stab, so that effectively raises its attack stat or special attack stat.
My Delcatty is shit.
Oh, it got a boost in Generation 7 in speed by 20 points.
Oh, so...
It says actually pretty fast now.
I mean, not compared to fast Pokemon, but compared to non-fast Pokemon it is.
Compared to itself from before.
Yeah.
It is now fast.
So I named mine Cat.
That's kind of adorable.
Yeah.
Cat.
Because people say kitty, but never cat.
But never Cat.
So I called it Cat.
I kind of like that.
It's level 8, and it's gentle with Tail Whip, Tackle, Foresight, and Sing. So
Foresight would be a good move on Delcatty.
It actually would.
Because that way you can hit ghosts.
But see, it's got cute charms, so it doesn't matter. So nothing is normal. Or Thunder Wave won't be normal. Because I remember that's what you use Thunder Wave for with Normalize. So that way you can hit ground types.
Yep. Let me grab my Delcatty out here really quick. I do think it's an underrated Pokemon. It's not an amazing Pokemon. Like, its stats are, like, all super average. If you give it Normalize and teach it, like, and like you can teach it any move. It effectively like raises its attack stat by another like 50% if you think about it, because it's always gonna have stab.
Yeah, but
It's just never gonna be super effective.
a Pokemon with adaptability already.
Oh,
impressive.
I know. Trust me, I get that. But you get Thunder Waves that hit normal or ground type Pokemon. That's pretty cool.
My Skitty is more impressive than it. It's got Fake Out and Heal Bell.
My Delcatty has Fake Out. So my Delcatty, his name is Punchy. And I gave it...
Why? Oh, Punchy the cat. Gotcha.
What?
I was about to ask why, but then I remembered Simpsons.
Yes. Oh, actually, I named it after the dog from Rocky Balboa, the movie. Rocky Balboa.
Oh, that's Scratch I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Punchy was the name he gave the dog because the guy was making fun of the dog because Punchy is like a name you give a boxer who's like down and out and like a has-been.
Oh.
So he calls the dog Punchy because it's an ugly dog. And he's like, you know what? I like it. His name's Punchy. And I thought it fit Delcatty.
Because people give it
shit.
shit.
Yep.
Because it deserves it.
Because a little bit.
Yeah.
I gave it a Silk Scarf to power up Fake Out and Sucker Punch. And its moves are Fake Out and Sucker Punch. With Swagger and Thunder Wave.
So
he's
it's
a
dick.
bitch. Yes. He's a little bitch.
Here, let me always go first and then just be a fuckhead with confusion and...
Exactly. And paralysis.
Okay.
So that strategy I have found actually works pretty well. It would probably work just as well with like Q Charm.
If you're gonna paralyze them, why don't you replace Sucker Punch with Return or something?
I could. Before its speed stat, before this generation, its speed stat wasn't that amazing.
It was 70.
So yeah. And I mean, even then, you can finish off stuff that's not expecting another priority move after Fake Out.
That's true.
So that you also can do that. Like, there's other options for it. It's got a very decent move pool for what it's worth.
Yeah, it's a normal type.
It's a normal type, so it gets like all the standards, like Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Charge Beam, Flamethrower. Actually, does not get Flamethrower.
Oh.
Shadow Ball, Cosmic Power. Cosmic Power is one of my favorite moves.
Good.
Yeah. So you can make a bulky one, maybe. I mean, its defensive stats are meh, but if you maxed them both out and then gave it Cosmic Power and let it set up, it could just be a little stally piece of shit.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I still won't use it, but...
You still won't use it?
Nah, I mean, it's...
Oh, come on. It's Delcatty.
No.
I see a lot of people use it with Assist or Heal Bell.
I mean, I have a
For
Chansey Pussy for
I know.
Heal Bell.
I know.
I have aromatherapy with my Comfy. Yeah.
That goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Your goddamn Comfy made me so
I love
mad.
my Comfy.
It made me so mad.
It is immortal. When we get to Comfy, that's gonna be a good one.
Yes, that is.
So I'm already ready to rate Delcatty. I have literally nothing else to say about it.
I mean,
Ash has a companion that has a Skitty for a bit.
it's very, very much there. Delcatty is a combination. The name origin is Delcatty is a combination of delicate and catty.
Wow.
As in like a catty bitch, I guess.
Yeah.
Its origin is based on a domestic cat, and its hairstyle is similar to a poodle.
Huh.
And that's all the trivia section on Bulbapedia. We just saved you 3 minutes from looking it up.
There we go.
I don't dislike this Pokemon for what it is.
I don't dislike it,
it's
but it's
fine.
just there.
Yeah, like you're not gonna. To be honest, it's not a Pokemon that you're gonna win a championship with.
No.
Even if you're using it like on a team with really good Pokemon and use it like
if you
as
do,
a
you
novelty,
do get bragging rights forever, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But even just like as a novelty use, like that's the only reason to use it, unfortunately. If you can find a reason to use it and make good use of Normalize with like some of its moves that aren't normal type, like go for it. But it's gonna be difficult to do, I think.
Right. Dream Eater and Thunder Wave, and pretty much any move that something would be immune from it. Normally.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason I can think of.
I rate it 2 Voltorbs. Just in general.
Yeah. Do you like its aesthetic? Do you like its design?
It's cute.
It's cute.
It's not really standouty.
It's got like one of those like neck
You know what?
braces
I'll give
around
it 2.5 for aesthetics.
For aesthetics.
Yeah.
It's got one of those like neck pillows on its
that you would ride in an airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. What do you think of Skitty? Skitty's pretty cute, right?
It's one of those obnoxiously cute ones.
You think it's too obnoxious?
It's not too obnoxious, because Skitty is right on the border of it. Like, it's not Jigglypuff cute.
I agree.
But when it chases its own tail, because that's what its tail is for. Its tail is the cat toy.
I never noticed that.
I prefer Skitty's design over Delcatty's, actually.
If its eyes were open, it would be awful.
Too much.
Or if it had, it's like little teeny feet are adorable though.
Yeah. And its cry.
It's cute. It's cute.
So aesthetically, I give Skitty a 3 Voltorb.
Nice.
Some Pokemon news. Do we want to just combine that in the same video that we're editing? Because it's short.
Yeah. I mean, that was Skitty. That was probably the shortest Pokemon of the day we've ever done.
Yeah.
After I edit it, it's going to be like 5 minutes.
The leaks happened for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
I'm glad I stayed away from them.
The Pokemon Company's also released a video to hint at the major leak that happened. The Crozmaw is going to be a fucking beast.
Oh. Is it going to be like black and white Kyurem?
More than that, actually.
Oh.
Because, like, you had black and white Kyurem base form.
Yeah. Oh. Are they going to have, like...
It transforms from there.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Its
base stat will be higher than black white Kyurem.
Damn. It's like Mega Rayquaza.
Slightly weaker than it, I think. Because what, Mega Rayquaza is 780?
780, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's slightly weaker.
God damn.
Base stat-wise. I don't know about attack stat-wise.
Damn. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So,
and move tutors are back.
Huh?
Move tutors are back.
Thank God. They needed those so badly.
Yeah.
There's so many. I'm probably going to be redoing like half of my teams just for
Drain Punch is a thing.
Drain Punch. I can't wait for Drain Punch on what's its name? What's it called?
Incineroar?
No, the dragon.
The fighting dragon?
Komodo. Yes.
Mine's special,
I'm
so I won't
excited
use it.
for Drain Punch on that. Bulk up Drain Punch, Dragon Claw.
I'm excited for its Z move. It looks overpowered as fuck.
Ooh, what's the Z move?
I forget what it's called, but it hits both opponents in a double battle, and it does a shit ton of dragon type damage.
Nice. I'm excited. I want Como to be really good. I love its design.
And Mimikyu's is Let's Snuggle Forever.
That's odd.
It's based on Play Rough, so it's a pretty powerful Fairy type.
I gotcha. That's kind of scary then. Scary fairy types can be cool.
Yeah, it drapes itself over the opponent and like it tries to struggle out of it, but then it doesn't. Huh. Yeah. That's
kind of creepy.
It's a little horrific.
So as of us recording this podcast, by the time this is released,
it'll be out.
Pokemon Sun, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon will have been out for probably 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I would say minimum 3 weeks it would have been out. So these games were awesome. I'm so glad that we got to play them. But as of recording this, we have a couple days.
The Nazi commentary was a little weird. But yeah, no, it was really cool.
It was really cool. I can't wait. I really can't wait. It's 3 days away. Anything else you want to talk about for this podcast, Nick?
Guys, let me tell you the story of how I romanced my wife.
Have a good day, guys.
I met her. I met her in college. We dated for over the course of a couple of weeks and months. You know, more than one day. And then I asked her to live with me. The end.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
You were saying Rudy's a creepy little fuck.
Yeah.
Because guess what? He's a creepy little fuck.
Okay, goodbye. Get out of here.